This is a question suggested by one of your players.
Shocking. I can only imagine.
What would be a favorite memory, like recollection or story you would like to tell about each one of those players?
God, I was just asked that earlier. And there's so much. It's like, for AC, we always give her a hard time because if you look at her stat sheet, you look at AC's career on this sheet, you go from her freshman year, and AC was a whopping 0 for 15 from the three-point line. And I can remember the last one she missed. We were up in Albany playing Dayton in the NCAA tournament, Sweet 16 ball game. And, it kind of was getting to a point where I think they were up eight or 9, and we just could not shoot the ball well. I had AC out there, and we reversed that thing. And perfect ball reversal. Got the AC in the corner for a wide open 3. The whole team stood up, hands up like that, she airballed it. And you could just see everybody very nicely sit back down and go like this. And I tell her, I'm like, that's going to start off your highlight reel. For our end of the year banquet, that shot is going to start off your highlight reel. Because when you look at it, she goes from 0 for 15 to 41% at 16 of 39, 49 of 127 for 39%, and now she's at 54 of 128 for 42% on her career. 0 for 15 to now she's a 39% three-point shooter. That's really, when you look at what she's done, that's what you can look at and go, wow, look at the improvement that kid's made. Coming in here from where nobody guarded her to where now nobody wants to leave her alone. AC's just been, it's all of them. It's really hard. I sit here and I'm like, God, one story. Sam and I just go back and forth. We'll butt heads, but then she'll come up and watch film, and it's a joy to watch film with her because she truly she understands the game. Like, she can sit there doing film and go, hey, if we do this against this team, I think we can get a layup. Well, that doesn't happen with everybody. And not many players want to watch film on their own or come in with a coach and just watch your next opponent. Now, they all like to watch themselves. But when you have someone like that, it makes it so much more enjoyable as a coach. And the thing about it is, in 5 years, I'll be able to probably rattle off stories left and right about him. Asia, there's just been so much as I've watched her progression as a player and it's just as a person. Like, I can remember Asia used to hate getting in front of the microphone. Her freshman year, she just hated it. And, she had a little bit of a stutter, and she's like, gosh, Coach. I said, babe, just talk to me. You'll feel better. And she kind of laughed, and I'm like, hey, it's the truth. And we've shown her my press conference when I got the job. I go, look how bad that was. I go, it's okay. Just be who you are. And those are the things that we joke about. She'll come back after a post-game press conference. She'll be like, oh, it's bad tonight, Coach. I'll be like, I've been there. But those are the moments. It's not that scoring 35 or 47 at Ohio State. It's watching her now when she comes out of this room with you all, and she's comfortable. And she's like, God, it was great. Yeah. That's what you look at as a coach. I tell people all the time, you go back to the 09 team when we had our reunion here for our Final Four team. And we had all those kids in a room, we had some food, and you're talking about that year. It was very seldom that they talked about a game. It was the moments before the game, at halftime, the night before a game, sitting in a hotel room. Those are the things that the kids remember. And that's what makes it so much fun.
You made it to the Final Four last year with a slightly different cast. Is this team better equipped mentally, emotionally to win the whole thing?
In some ways, yes. We've actually been watching a lot of film, like for our NC State right now. We're going back, the last time we played them was in the conference tournament game, in the ACC tournament. And as I'm watching that, I'm like, boy, Maisha was pretty good. So it's like, yeah, we're equipped. Like, Bianca is a better defensive player than Maisha was. In the terms of she covers up for a lot of people that you might not even notice if you're just watching the game. Where Maisha would just pick you up and move you over here and grab the ball. Like it was just amazing. If you wanted something to enjoy, go back and watch our second round game versus Marquette here. And Maisha had the first 8 rebounds of the game. I mean, I'm telling you, she threw our own players out of the way and would just go up and grab it. You know, so we don't have her, but now Bianca brings a different skill set to our team. Kylie is starting offensively to play much better than she had been. She's finishing around the basket. So we do miss Maisha, there's no question, but others have started to step up, and they're going to have to do that. Dana, Bianca, Kylie, I look at those 3 as the 3 that are, for us to get back to a Final Four and compete to win a national championship, those 3 are going to have to be consistent for us. And Dana has proven that over the past 16 games, 15 games. Bianca's been pretty darn good. Kylie's getting better. And then you've got to have, Sam, Jazz, AC, Asia, do what they've been doing. They've got to play at a high level. We're good, like our UConn game. Everybody talks about Asia scored 26 points. Well, it's 21-21 after the first quarter, and she hadn't scored. That's what everybody seems to forget. I'm like, guys, it's 21 all, and Asia hadn't scored. Like, I can remember at the end of the first quarter, I asked her if she wanted to join the game. The rest of us would really appreciate that. And she kind of laughed, because that's the one thing about our kids, and I think in all sport, if you can make a kid laugh and just smile, you can get him back. So I think we're talented enough, but now it's going to come down to the team that's going to end up winning is a team that has the least amount of drama in their locker room. And then the team who makes the least amount of mistakes. You can't, it's not the team that makes the most spectacular plays. It's a team that makes the least amount of mistakes. And that's what we're preaching with our team right now.
During your career, you've been there for senior day for arguably the 3 best players of this program, and Angel, Shoni, and Maisha. Now with Asia's tomorrow night, how do you view her? Not to rank her, not to say she's the best, but how do you view her in that list with this program?
I mean, it's just what you said. I mean, all 3 of them, 4 of them, have been a part of a team that's gone to a Final Four. Which I think if you're going to talk about who are the best players that come through a program, that's something that has to be a criteria that's been done in the past. Angel was the first one to be a part of a team to get us to a Final Four, play for a championship. And then Shoni comes along. Then Maisha and Asia now are a part of that. They're all different in their own way. But the one thing about all of them, when you find great players, is there's one characteristic about them all, is they love to work at their game, and they hate to lose. I tell people all the time, for myself, they're like, well, how rewarding was it when you beat Oregon State to go to the Final Four? And I'm like, well, I expected to win. It's like, it's great, don't get me wrong, but I expect to win. Like, I hate to lose more than I enjoy to win. And some people might think, well, that's crazy. Like, what kind of life is that? Well, that's just who I am. Like, we prepare. I'm preparing to win tomorrow night. I'm not preparing to lose. So to me, when we win, it's like, hey, we did a heck of a job. It's what we're supposed to do. These kids, I think they hate to lose more than they enjoy to win. And I think that's what really fuels a lot of top players, is they just hate that feeling after a loss.
You made a priority of no drama in the locker room. Has that been an issue in the past?
No, it's just what we've talked about. I mean, it's what we've talked about for the past 10, 12 years. Like, you keep drama to a minimum. And it doesn't matter, men's basketball, women's basketball, football, it doesn't matter. If there's the least amount of drama in the locker room is going to allow you to focus on your task at hand. And it's not, I'm telling you, it's not easy. I mean, I've been a part of a lot of programs, a lot of teams. You're talking September, we really got going as a team. and you're together for 6 straight months. I mean, now I know I don't get on their nerves, but I'm sure they get on each other. I'm sticking with that one too. But it's any, you need time away at times. And I just tell them all, like, the best thing you can do is just respect each other's differences. We don't have to agree on everything, but just respect each other's differences. And we've done a pretty good job of that around here.
I thought it was pretty neat when the alumni came out the other night and they were looking around and some of the looks on their faces, and I think Sarah talked to some of them. That was pretty cool.
No, it was great. I say our alumni, and I think we summed it up and hit it on the head after our 09 Final Four, when we took the time to send out a note to all of our alumni and thank them. Because what people forget, and I've said it before, is like somebody hosted Angel McCautry on a visit and convinced her that, hey, this is the place to come. And then whoever hosted Angel, somebody hosted that person. So it's a trickle-down effect. And everybody's had an impact in this. I can remember, I called Tom Collin after that 09 Final Four, like a week or two after the game, and I said, hey, I just want to say thank you. You had as much to do with this as we did. And he was like shocked that I called. But it's the truth. I mean, Tom recruited Angel. Tom got Candace to stay. And what I admire about Tom was he's like, no, I was going to play Candace at the 2-guard spot. I was never going to play Des Bird at the point. So but it was great because then we talked about things like that, but he just really appreciated it. And I think that's what's important is you don't forget the past. Embrace it. Embrace what's gone on in the past and what coaches and players have done. And I think that's one thing that we've really tried to do here. We tried to get our alumni back involved. Because it's neat when you do get emails like after our UConn game and different things, our Final Four runs, like, hey, I tell everybody I played at Louisville. I'm going to work on that. I played there. And I think that's what makes it special. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you.